I'm not always gonna have it together. I'm not. I'm better today. My dog is snoring. I don't know if you can hear her or not, but she is. I have been understanding or trying to understand my feelings. Introspection is always good. And here's where I'm at. So yesterday and the days leading up, it was like, how are you going to do this? You need to do this. How can, but all these different, I took myself out of the present moment and put on all of these worries and hows, and it just kind of snowballed, right? And then when you're not in the present moment, I feel like there's other things that pop in too, because you're just in that space of, ah. I've been through a lot in my life, in this little life, and a lot of trauma, a lot of physical and emotional trauma. Doesn't mean that every single day was that way, but a lot of it has been. And when I get out of right here, it's still living and breathing. Even though I've identified that those people were lost, we're all lost at points in time. And so then our actions aren't what they should be. They're not in line with God's will or what He wants for our lives. And it ends up hurting people. And even though you're sorry and you can identify it and you understand that that person was in a different place and not living as God would want, it doesn't mean that it takes away the hurt and the trauma from what happened. So I have to constantly bring myself back to remember. And I had the stress of running a business and keeping my health, and it just eventually all comes out, I'm working on it all the time. For me, in my life, creating has always been a sacred place. It's pretty cool. It's a place where I feel fully connected and at peace. And so it's like takes over, right? It takes over. It's like this, I want to call it a spirit because it's pretty strong. And it's like it picks you up and takes you to the paint, and you just create this thing that just came into your head, or this emotion, and then it pops out into real life. So for me, that's always been a safe place to go. It's expressive. I could have a voice. A lot of times in my life, I haven't been able to have a voice. And when you had a voice, and it was... And then, when I was really young, I wanted to be a Happy Meal girl. Can you imagine? I wanted to hand out Happy Meals. And then later in life, I decided I wanted to have my own business and support myself with my gift. And having a business is no joke. And growing it without any type of loan, business loan, anything, has been a challenge. It's a lot of hours. And I've had so much fun doing it. I love every single aspect, from the creating to the shooting to the editing to putting it on the website to marketing, all of it, right? But here's the thing is I'm in this, like, the way I used to work, like the other night, I would have gone back down to the studio. Like, I was itching to get back down there, right? I would have gone back and worked for like 3 or 4 hours. But my new lifestyle is not allowing that. So I have this free creative spirit that really doesn't know how to work in a schedule. So it's like I moved here to save my soul and my body and all of that. I've been basically in isolation and sitting and trying to heal so I'm not out there being an angry, crazy person. I wanted to be a healthy person, and I'm so terrified to go back to who and what I was, how I lived my life, overworking, not taking care of myself. And honestly, it's not even overworking. I mean, it's just what everyone else does. But now I don't have 14 hours to dedicate to something because I didn't have the time to keep myself healthy, which then you can't take on the emotional stress of life because it's just, right? It's just one big cycle. You have to break it. So I've done what I feel like will break it, but still trying to figure out how to make my creativity be on a schedule. It's just really difficult. So I was overwhelmed with that yesterday, and I feel better about it today. I'm sure there will be another day where I become overwhelmed. I'm not objective, or I don't even know. Still kind of like in a space. But better. I've worked through some things. And to be honest, compared to where I was a year ago, 2 years ago, I mean, these are threads. They're like ounces of little things that pop up. So I'm doing much better, and I'll figure it out. I love being in the studio until like 1 o'clock in the morning, like I love that when that spikes, and it's just like either I'm writing or I'm in the studio and things are just coming out and creating, and it's like it's like my mind frees up, and then it just bursts out. And I want to be able to have that. It's a beautiful moment. And that's what people connect to. It's real. So, my CF body and my free spirit have got to have a conversation, and they got to figure it out, because I can't not do what I was sent here to do. So, it's my job to figure out how to make it all work, and I will. And today's a new day, and I'm excited about my plan for the day, and I'm just going to do it and hopefully not have a breakdown today. I hope you guys have a good day. I haven't looked at Facebook. I've been off of it. I'll get back to you. But thank you for reaching out. I'm okay.